Disney falling today after the media giant pulled its TV channels, including ESPN and ABC, from Charter's cable system Spectrum after the two companies failed to reach an agreement over contract fees. Yahoo Finance's Alexander Cannell joins us now with more. And how does this get resolved, Ali?
That's a big question, Akiko, and it's pretty significant, this back and forth. And just for some background here, Charter, which has nearly 15 million subscribers and is the second largest cable provider in the U.S., they were airing the U.S. Open, one of the first college football games of the season, Utah versus Florida, and all of a sudden, right in the middle of that action,
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, we want to talk about Disney is back in the news, and they are facing some more issues. Disney has recently come under attack as they have gone really in the path of the trans movement. They've pushed a lot of different issues in terms of the LGBTQ, and as well as they're looking to have they had a lot of recent layoffs with ESPN. They're struggling right now overall with their streaming service. And overall right now, they're just dealing with a lot of different issues. They're in a battle with Ron DeSantis in Florida. Just a whole lot of things are going on right now with the company. And recently what's happened is that they've gone into a fee dispute with Charter. Charter Cable is the second largest cable industry in America, I believe, after Xfinity. And Charter has basically gone the route of realizing that streaming is not a profitable service. So what they're focusing on more is the fact that they're going to serve internet to their customers and then allow their customers to go other places to get their broadband, to get their television watching from there, such as YouTube TV and Disney Plus. I'll go ahead and play a video here to watch this. We'll come back and analyze it just after that.
That was pulled. So a lot of angry sports fans there. And the conflict, it stems from Charter alleging that Disney has insisted on higher rates and limited flexibility, arguing that its proposal would lead to, quote, unsustainable price hikes for consumers and would force users to pay for channels they might not want or can't even afford. Charter said it actually proposed an alternative model in order to create better value for consumers, but that Disney rejected it and then subsequently pulled those channels, which does not only include ESPN, also the Disney Channel, Freeform, National Geographic, as well as local news stations on the ABC network. Now, in response, Disney, which we just got this response about 20 minutes ago, said Charter refused to enter into a new agreement that reflects market-based terms, writing in part, contrary to their claims, we have offered Charter the most favorable terms on rates, distribution, packaging, advertising, and more. So again, a lot of back and forth, but it's worth noting that these issues surrounding carriage fees, otherwise known as the fees that pay TV providers pay to networks in order to carry those channels, they've mounted in recent years, especially as we've seen linear TV viewership decline, more folks moving over to streaming platforms. And amid that phenomenon, we've heard from analysts that say linear TV is essentially dead at this point. So for Charter, the stakes couldn't be higher. They don't want to lose any more subscribers, but the stakes are also high for Disney. This is a company that has seen its stock struggle significantly. There's a lot of other challenges. They're bleeding money on the streaming side. So there's just this push and pull here. Ultimately, we heard from Tim Nolan, an analyst, that said he thinks the issue will be resolved because the stakes are high for both sides, but TBD when that will be. And we're seeing other entertainment companies like Paramount Global, Warner Brothers Discovery being dragged down with their share prices as well on the heels of this news.
All right, perfect. So Disney, again, is in a bit of a struggle right now. They are hemorrhaging money right now as people are making stands against them. We've seen Target, Anheuser-Busch, as well as other companies who have faced similar backlash in the recent times. Disney seeking for how they can look to moderate some of these losses and how they can recoup some of their income that they have lost. I'll show you a stock here video of Disney. Over the last about 10 years, they've basically gone back to where they were in terms of the price of the stock. They went up as high as about $200 and have returned back to the $81 range. Looking forward, what's happened is there's been a loss of faith between the consumer and overall the company. And it's to sell something to someone and for them to return, if you're showing that you don't care about their principles and about their values. And this is something that Disney's going to have a hard time with right now. We've seen Target, we've seen all of these other companies that have gone through similar battles have not been able to return to their previous form. How exactly does this affect overall the streaming market? Many companies, Disney also is in the process, Hollywood's in the process of having a Hollywood strike right now. So we'll see how this all turns out. What are your thoughts on the situation? Please comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.